Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you? Okay. So in previous video, we have been working about this generation of purchase order and PO details. Yeah, and we learned a lot of things, and that was a very exciting experience in which uh, the the best thing we learned is the trial and error, in which many things which you won't find in any such presentation, they occur, like the errors came, unusual errors may occur, and what you have to do is not lose hope, do not be confused, and adopt the safest way, right? And if something is not reading, it is repeating again and again. Okay, move it to the new workbook and relive it, and remove the suspicious lines from the code, which might be having the center of the error. So that is set aside, and then we made a new book and we open it. So it starts working. Yeah, that was a great example to tell to the beginners that how to handle the exceptions. So, and the debugging was also shown, how we use the debugger by pressing F8 step mode, and you keep on watching the variables, its value, that they are working in the right manner or not. If something unusual comes, then you stop on there and adjust your code and proceed. Similarly, the breakpoints are very important, uh, where you want the code to stop and allow you to make the adjustments, right? And uh, now let's get back to the purchase order. Let's start from the here. Our normal routine is that we do this with this plus one. You can add one to a date that will result to you the tomorrow. Make a date to tomorrow, the next day, right? And make a 16 to 17. This is the 17th lesson. And the things in this, it's actually part 3 of this. Okay, we write it here. Yeah, part 3. Yeah. And here we are continuing the PO details, and what else? So let's move to the PO header. We remove this 30th line, and we see that it starts now, and we remove this one as well. And this was the cause, this was the problem which hampered us. We stuck it. We could not identify at that time, but when we closed it, then I investigated it and found that the product sheet has the list of products, but the IDs are, some IDs are not in there. Like you see, 8, after 8 there's directly 14. So when it is trying to look up what, look up 10, which does not exist, so causing the code to get the exception and stop the execution and bring the debug mode, right? So this is was the only the cause. We could not focus on it, but it it was already we have to call it a day. then that's why this is the right way that now we will adjust it. This is a normal experience. The programmer, the developer is supposed to go through it, and it's good that we are covering it. Okay, so we in the code we were doing this one, right? And in the detail, PO detail, you can go PO detail, and here came the error, right? I picked the random product ID. It picked the random ID, that's fine. And then it when it was writing the VLOOKUP, so it failed. Okay, so let's remove this line altogether, and we run the code, right? We run the code straight away while remaining the first position in the PO header, right? In the PO header, yeah, A11, yeah, my PO, this is. So let's run it. You will see that it will immediately create the PO header. Now it is ready to go it has already started the PO detail as well. Now it has taken 27. See, is there 27? You don't have to see it, but you see, 27 is not existing. So that will cause the same error. So this line, which is highlighted in yellow in the code, this one, this is the breakpoint also. The red mark is the breakpoint. If we click here again, it will remove, and clicking it again, it's a toggle, right? So you can toggle from breakpoint to no breakpoint. This is the breakpoint position. So we have to adjust this this formula to an if condition. Yeah. We will make it in a do condition that keep on doing it until you don't have the error condition. Okay. So, and we will loop it here. Loop. Right? So it will keep on doing it until it. And we adjust the formula here, and we write if error bracket is start. Yeah, bracket begin. If error, then this is the then position, and here we write double quote and double quote again. So because it is in the string, we have to write it 4 times to bring the double quote twice, right? This is a normal procedure. When you enclose a formula in a text string, it is a text string because it's starting with a quote, right? And quote. And within these 2 quotes, if there is any double quote, that has to be doubled. This is the rule. Then why this is not being doubled? Because this is concatenation. This is not a part of the formula. It's not appear as a part of the formula, but this will appear as a part of formula, so that has to be made double. It will appear double in the code, but it will be 4 times in the code, and when this line will be executed, you see this yeah, You keep an eye on here, the formula will appear here. Okay, so we press F8. So again, the error, yes, we have to see that if error, yeah, and then you have to put, this is right. Okay, so we write the formula right away here. So we say equal to, if, no, first of all, type VLOOKUP, right? What to look up is this one, right? Where to look up is here, right? Yeah. So since we have to bring D, okay, this is the third column, comma, 3, comma, false. Okay, bracket close. So this is the formula which is going, it's still not bringing. Well, of course, it will not bring in because it is not there. So in this case, it's going to do what? If error, bracket starts here, and in the end, we put a comma and we write double quotes. That's what we were doing in the code. Okay. So this time we will not write 4 times code, it is twice only. Okay, this is the rule. Okay, so in case of error, it is going to result in this. Okay. So let's write this formula into the code. Okay. Into the code. Alter F11. Yeah, we write this literally into the code. Control V, right? All we need to do an additional thing is that make these code double quote double, right? So it is now 4 times. So this should work. But it has a hard coding of 27, or we will handle it. Okay, so we press F8 here to see what happens to the code. It is still giving you the error, right? Although you have set it up, if error, it is still giving you an error. Why? Because it is row 7. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. PO detail is in the range you have this. Okay, this range. That is okay. Okay. So here you will type dot address, right? So this will end up with the address. So let's see what would happen. What is the value of this? So we will press right click, AddWatch to see what is the value. That's right. The value is still string, right? It should come be only this one. No, it is not a string. It is doing right. Okay, this is right. So that's what we want to bring here. Okay, so this is right. Now this should work. This should work. F8. Yeah. Okay. So it has worked, right? So the problem was here that we wanted here to be the address, because dot formula requires cell address. Yeah. And that was not coming. That's why it was causing the problem. Now we do away with this 27 right away. So we have already used prod to replace this 27. Wherever the 27 is written, it will be replaced with prod, the variable. So here we are going to close the string which started with this and here, and then we put an and sign here, ampersand, and here we were going to write float. And now restart the string with the ampersand and closing and restarting the quote. And this quote is stopped here, right? It is not stopped here, it is stopped here, right? And this is the within as a part of the formula. That's right. Okay, so let's start here. Right. So this time it has written the formula just to make sure that ascertain that we see it happening. What will we do? We press space, enter, delete it, okay? And we say, okay, gentlemen, do it. Now, that's right, okay? So, due to this error condition, a blank has been returned, right? So, here we will check if this is blank, which is blank. This will range. We will do this this one, this entire thing. Control C. If this thing is equal to blank after putting the formula, it is blank, then repeat. So repeating is already done. So we will say if not equal to blank. We will say if not equal to blank, then exit do. Otherwise, keep on moving within the loop. Okay. So let me check. It is now checking. And will it exit from the do? No. It will get back and do the run between function again and bring some other words. So this time it is going to redo the step until there is a this condition satisfies that there is no space now. Okay. So, and we put a break here, we remove the break here so that it will only come out of the loop when there is a product picked, right? Yeah. So dried apples have been, and then have been the result of the search, and it has retrieved it. Okay. So now we don't need this formula back again. Hey, to do away with this formula, you need to use, you are writing the right statement, which is already written here, that this value is so. Okay, so fair enough. This is going to be replaced. We press F8, okay, and now there is not what wow header. It has written the thing in the header. Okay, in the header L30, it has written this thing. So it should have been written here, not in the header, right? So that's a mistake. So we will write this thing here. Control C. This has to be adjusted. Make it correct. This is equal to that. So this is the utility of the debugging, that then and there you can see that the results are doing as expected or not. If there is some exceptions, then you handle it right away so that they do not occur again. Okay. So yeah. The formula is now gone. Dried apple, this, right? But it has written something. So we have to stop it and run the code again. Hmm? On the 20, you see? Right. So where has it written? A, B, C, E. That's right. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. So we remove it, control minus, hmm, and run the program again. So you can run from here now. So it has filled in the quotas gen, and also it has written, since this was our mistake that we did not remove it. Hmm? Hmm. So when we remove the last line, we should also remove the header and the details. So let's do again. Alt stop. Let's do it again. Hmm. So you see that it's working properly, and then we proceed, right? So the header is okay, and the detail is 296. That's fine, and 149. And this is the formula, which is being now replaced with the value, right? It's going to be replaced with the value, right? So we press F8 only, yeah, you see, it is sauce. Okay, curry sauce has been picked this time. Fair enough. What the next? The next is the quantity. So the quantity is we are going to pick the minimum quantity, fine. Okay, so minimum quantity, if it is blank, then we will sort it out. Okay, we look up. Let's pick up the minimum quantity. So what to look up? The lookup is this. Right? All right. We have to look up this. Where to look up? We have to go to the here and tell them it's not here. It is uh, from here. Now, from here till so minimum quantity is on the 9th column. It's on the 9th column, right? If you how would you know? You see, this is very visible here, 9th column. Okay, so and it will be DL to this, comma 9, comma false. Why do we write false? Because by writing false, we are telling that the this range where we are looking that may be not sorted. So please go through the until the end. Do not just terminate if not found in a sequence, right? So go through the entire range. So that's why we write false here. Let's enter. Okay. So minimum quantity for the sauce, curry sauce, is 10 to order. Okay. So in case we will check if it is 0, then what should we do? We will do it because we have seen there are certain quantities in the minimum range which are blank too, right? Blank. So it should go back and take some new thing, or say 100, anything between 1 to 10, anything between 1 to 10, you can say whatever means it's a dummy data. So just suppose that in case of blank, we would say that 10 quantity is 10. Okay, so Alt F11. So we will write the formula here. If bracket straight, if this is equal to 0, 0 or what we say 0, and we use a OR function, either 0 or then put a comma, and the same thing, Control C is equal to space in any case. In both cases, it is supposed to do what? It is supposed to bring 10. Otherwise, whatever is the selection, the minimum quantity, right? So this is our resolution. We have mentioned it here. The formula is working. So what we are going to do, we copy this formula and we put it directly into the code and do the fine tuning in here, right? So this is what, this is D LR, D and RX, yes. So let's first of all copy this one. Control C. Control V. And here we will write what? We will write, instead of C, which is going to be D, is equal to dot formula. Dot formula is equal to double quotes. In these quotes, we are going to press Control V, which we have brought from the okay, undo. In this code, we are going to copy paste this formula. Okay, so Control C, Alt F11, and we put here Control V. Right. Now we have to do some adjustment. Wherever is the hard coding, we have to remove one. The C X. So which RX. That is RX. RX is 57, isn't it? So wherever is 57 appearing in the code, we are going to, and wherever the quotes is coming, we are going to replace it with double quotes in here, right? So this is the C7. So we will replace it with a colon, double quote, and RX. And we put a comma. So this is one exercise. The 10 will remain right, and this 57 is fine. By the way, what is this 10, you remember? This is that we are saying if there is no mention of the minimum reorder quantity, then take it as a 10. Okay, so this is so this we have to We'll do the same which we did here. Okay. 57 is going to be replaced with I'm sorry, with this. Wherever we see 57, we replace it with this. 57, replace it with this. Okay, that's it. No more changes. And let's confirm that Rx is 57. That's right. Okay. Rx is 57. So looking up C 57, that's right. And into the D to L, that's right, to 9. Fine. So, of course, when this will do successfully, then we will do the replacement, we will get rid of the formula we have. Okay, so let's first of all check that this formula is working fine or not. So, yeah, it worked, right? It worked, and now we do away with this formula. So we say this is equal to this. Means we don't need the formula. Formula, please go away. Yes, goes away. Right? So it has brought the formula. How about the unit cost? Yeah, unit cost, let's write the formula. Equal to Vlookup. Let us start. What to look up? We got to look up this. Okay. Where to look up? Go to the product, and from D to the unit cost. Yeah. This is the standard cost. And yeah, this is the list price. Yeah? So standard cost. We take the standard cost, right? So this is the unit cost per unit. So D is 1, E is 2, and F is 3, comma 3, comma false. So the unit price is going to come. Fair enough. Agreed? Okay. Why dollar sign is not coming? It is because we didn't do this. We have to copy it, copy the format, and place it all over here. Right? Now it's that's it. The details of the formula, yeah, is done. Right? It is. So at this moment, it will bring one item per order, right? One item per order, and it will run. We can also do that. It randomly check that okay, some 1 to 4. If whatever the number it gives, it it carries on, and so some were we some orders will be having one line item, and the other might be having 2, one may be having 4, one may be having 3 randomly. Yeah, so this can be done. We can give this to you as a homework. You can do it. So we have shown you that how to add the details. Now it is ready to go back, and so let's yeah, let's um, see that it carries on like this and takes the new order, right? Now it is going to get the next order, and in the, yeah, yeah, okay. So in the header portion, let's make it visible so that you can see. Otherwise, there's it can still do it. Okay, F8. Now it is writing LR is now 31, and it has written Q31 first because employee. Yeah, that is employee picking. You remember? Yeah, Q37. So the third employee is being taken. You can see that it is now valuizing it. Right? It is made value. Now it is writing the PO number by adding one more to it, and then bringing the name of the employee. Right, that is complete. And next, it is going to do all the other columns. Now, supplier is being written. That's right. And now the supplier will be replaced with its name. Yeah, and then it will write the employee name right here that he submitted it, and the date. Yeah, this is the date, and this date will keep on, and 40 or 40 orders per day will be continued, right? So let's run it and see that how quickly it is done, right? Let me, this is a double appearance, no need. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's run it. That's it. It has not only written the PO header, but also it has randomly picked some line items from the database, right? So the 5,000 will take some time, okay? Uh, so yeah, it's being done. Yes, that's it. So 5,000 orders data has with the line items have been done. Huh? So what's wrong with this? Okay, we have to double click here, right? So the cost is coming. So this job is remaining, that you have written the formula of lookup, but you have to put it in the E column. Okay. So let me go to fix it. Let's fix it right away. The E column. So D was done. Now in the E column, we are going to write the formula here. Control C. So we will make this D as E, and the formula will come within these two quotes. So what are the the VLOOKUP formula is here on the row number 57. Okay, also F11. So we have to do away with 57 here. And that is Rx. That is Rx. So we will write here, instead of this, we remove it. We use the quotes here. We and sign, and we write Rx. for the row variable which we have used. Okay, and then inverted, put an inverted comma here. That's it. So since we write the formula in the E, so this has also to be removed once the job is done. So we will, the way of doing is this is equal to this. This will, hang on, this is equal to, what's wrong there? This dot address, okay, dot address, dot address, and bracket close, bracket close, yeah. Is equal to dot address, bracket close. That's it. So this is the beauty of the debugging, and you are doing this both as you are typing, and you are ensuring that you don't leave the errors behind, right? And next time you run it, it will run successfully, and there is no chance of error then, right? So let's, from where have we started? We started from the 296, right? Yeah, 296. Okay. So we remove this code. Also, we remove from the header. Yeah. In the header, on the row 30, right? We remove, yeah. We select here and remove all the data by control minus, right? Pressing the control minus will remove all the data, data rows. Okay, we save it, yeah, and we are going to run it finally. Let's not make it 5,000. All we do here is less than 3,000, for example, so that it computes quickly. Okay, so this is also, so this is in your control. You know that what is doing what purpose. So this is controlling the number of purchase orders you want to get generated. So let's run it finally so that we make sure that it runs safe and sound, right? Okay. As soon as it remove, it release, our cursor is get back, so it means the job is done. Yes, the job is done with all the unit cost as well. Right? Can also write false here because it is posted to inventory, because in previous entry there are no blank row, so all have to false. You can straight away do it manually also, but it is always good to write, to continue the consistent way. Our manner should be very consistent. So we don't do not. It's not good that do something when you want and then leave something when you don't want it. That's not it. The whole programming should reflect that we are a professional programmer and we are doing things in a disciplined manner, right? So let's use this. Yeah, this part. Here we are going to use it to type false. That's it. So it is H. This is G. This is G. In the G column, yeah, whatever is the address, it is going to type this. So let's remove it once again. Control minus. We have deleted all the newly created purchase orders, and we are deleting the new header information as well. And now we can run the program to generate few, right? Hey. Looking into the PO detail sheet will tell you that the job is well done. Yeah, you can see that everything, all the columns, mandatory columns have been filled, and each PO, this is the PO, has a randomly picked item, right? The quantities are 7, or the quantities are 10 for the blank ones, and other than 10 if the means that is the minimum quantity. Minimum quantity is supposed to come here. This is a string that there is no minimum other than 10 appearing. I was expecting that some of the items might be having minimum quantity. So let's make sure that we can do this filter, and we see that we have these entries. There is a one NA also appearing. This is interesting. This is interesting. This should not happen. Yeah, because the NA did not come. So this is wrong. Let's check that what is this NA and why is it coming? Why the values are not found? For certain these 9 materials, the quantity, minimum quantity was not found. So it means we need to correct the formula, because there is no point because you see the it has written 0 in here. This is wrong, and that caused the quantity problem, and that caused. So we have to see why the 0 is appearing in the product code. Okay, so this will be our next session, and we will sort it out. Otherwise, the things are ready for our our agenda, the outline in which we were following, that we wanted to create the purchase order header, and with a random picking of the employees and suppliers, and then go into the details and then return. So there is some exception for certain. This we will find out in our upcoming session. Okay, and you can also access the file. I have made it available in the link, and you can, before we come into the next session, maybe you take it as a homework if possible. Otherwise, we will let you know that what improvement is supposed to be done to avoid such the leftover errors, right? Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.